There we go. That's better, huh? There we go. Quality control. Remember, first couple of seconds is all about quality control. There we go. We got sound now. One of the things I've been doing is I've been switching between using um we got sound now. Okay, let's thumbs up. There we go. Quality control. All right. So anyway, I've this that that's yeah. One of the things I've been doing is so yeah, so yeah, doing this for a little while, you you start to I gotta stop like switching my gears. I keep going from I keep going from like my Rode mic back to the DJI mic because I really like the DJI mics. I've been I've been I've been using those a lot in for everything. And the reason is when you have a studio mic that just sits up, um, it it changes the gain every time you move around, and I am very fidgety during my streams. So anyway, that's one thing about being live is you have to you have to kind of slowly work into it. So all right, so we're good. All right, thank you. And I always look at my listeners and I always go like, oh, there we go, loud and clear. All right, good. Okay, so on Tuesday, Kai kind of gave his impression. I think he's waiting for the N3s to be able to get to get a true, flying experience. And I totally understand that. I am I'm definitely going to be flying this. I'll probably be doing today some 2-inch flying with the N3s. Now, it's I want to the other thing I want to do is I want to shout out to RDQ. RDQ has been really good. One of the things that sucks about being in the FPV game is is that everybody gets excited for something to come when it's released, and we get we get we get we lose our patience. Okay, we become impatient. And I wanted to make sure that RDQ knows. And I actually talked to their customer service. I think their customer service is like in New York or New Jersey or something like that. I actually talked with a customer service person for I just chatted back and forth on and just said thank you because um we are very impatient people. When we have something we want to do, we just jump right into it and we're like, hey, where's my product? And I got spoiled because when you ship different things, for example, the goggles N3 have batteries, okay? The air units um don't, and they can ship those quicker. So those things came in like 2 or 3 days. With the goggles N3, this has been over a week. Okay. And then we had bad weather. So there's all these things going on. I mean, it snowed in Florida, so we give them a little bit of a break because, south of Tampa, where RDQ is sending their stuff from Sarasota, I think. Anyway, it takes time to get there and it's got to go a long ways. And a week is not bad. Um, I got my DJI Flip in just and it took them about 7 days. It was about a week to come from Canada, and everything went good. I'm crossing my fingers. I'm actually going to do a little bit of messaging back and forth with those guys, the DR drone guys, because if they can get stuff through customs without too much trouble, that would be very nice. I would actually like to fly the Air 3S. I know that the Mavic 4 is still going to be a long time. It's going to be well into spring, probably May, before we see a Mavic 4 in anybody's hands. And I don't know what form it's going to come in. So if they release the Mavic 4 in a in a kind of an in between mode, because obviously what we've seen in production, or at least in practice, we've seen a lot of videos. It looks like they've got a Mavic Pro like camera on it. My guess is they just rounded the Mavic Pro camera through it, some different lens options on it. Um, and they're kind of recycling that idea, which really worked well. So, my enthusiasts are in town but stuck somewhere. Yeah, it took. Yeah, I am. It's yeah, postal service. So Possum, I'm watching your. I'm watching your. Yeah, I'm guys. I'm going to open these up and tell you all about them. I won't be too long. I promise. I just wanted to give RDQ a little bit of a break because I was pretty tough on him the other day. We get really impatient with people, don't we? Um, but they made it. I mean, they shoved him in the smallest box possible. I mean, it was like, they squashed him. It's kind of like DJI doesn't have a standard size of anything, and the post office does. So they tried to shove it in this box. So it was all like mushed and stuff. But the goggles look good. The looks like the box is in great shape. So we're good there. Weight wise, I was surprised. I guess it's been a long time since I've you remember the V1s and the V2s when they first came out, we put them on for the first time. It was just like, oh my gosh, we had this, we had this expectation, and then we started flying with them. And then of course, most people came to love those goggles. I want to, I want to explore that experience. So, Kai kind of, he said a lot of things. He talked about what glasses fit better. I am I am holding my opinion back because I know that everybody's opinion about how when we fly and what is going to be different. So um I just want to look into the screen and look at their, just to see what comes up when in default. I mean, literally that's the where I want to go. So um end of 2025, your background will be full of, yeah, it's 2025 is absolutely killing it. Uh, and by the way, I am a true blue lover of the N3 system. I like how the goggles fit. They are so different. And if you've flown with all three of those goggles types, the ones that press against the eyes, the big goggle, the big. I I had some beta FPV goggles that came with one of the little kits. I could not get them to work. I couldn't see in them. They were reflectors, and and these goggles are not expensive. For 229 bucks, you almost cannot avoid buying them. And there's enough of a carrot there and a stick kind of thing going on that you have to try them. So, and for the price, you can't, I couldn't resist. I am hoping that they don't disappoint. So, I don't know. So here, let's get these things open and then like work our opinion over um to that. So don't be long, my guy. Anyway, I told you I have to, make sure that I um here standard moderate some of you guys. We got you in there. All right. Okay. So let's go. Exertion. I just wanted to make sure that you are getting respect here. All right. So let's check it out. Let's go ahead, open things up here. I do have a cam down on it. So let's get that straightened out here. There we go. There's a downward cam. I'm going to open up the cam as far as possible. Let's see here. Let's go to see. I'm contemplating for this camera throwing a different one on it. So let me go ahead and move that over a little bit, like you even care about what I'll probably get rid of. I'll probably just get rid of my image altogether, at least make it smaller. There we go. But it is my channel, man. I can freaking make it as big or as small as I want. So if you don't like it, tough crap, right? That's the way I look at it. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and knock them out and see what we got. This is way more fun than doing it than doing a unboxing with keep it going as long as you want. No, dude, I understand. We got other crap to do today. It's Saturday. Last thing you want to do is sit and listen to me freaking spout out about these things. But everybody's curious, so that's really I am guys. I'm more curious than anybody. I've only seen him on an image, and I have to trust Kai's opinion, you know. So all right, let's see what we got in here. These things are freaking big, that's for sure. Um, so let's get the goggles out of here. Yeah, these are big old freaking goggles compared to what we're used to. Oh man, these suckers are freaking beefy. But remember, we got a battery in there and all that. So let's put the box aside here. You like how our reviewers have to describe how they put their box aside? Guys, I think about that. I'm annoyed by that crap, and I do the same thing. All right, so let's open these up. Let's see. Okay, one of the things that I can see right away, if you look inside the goggles, is there is some kind of we do have some kind of protection, which is kind of nice. Uh, but it says reusable and it's not expensive. But if you think about it, how easy would it have been for DJI to put a foam piece in here? So what I'm going to do right away is this is kind of foamy. I'm going to get a big, thick piece of foam because that's one of the things I think they need to do. I'll give you an example, case in point. And the more we voice our opinion, the more people are going to listen. So, how hard is it to do this foam right here? So this one I didn't custom cut, but this is what I put in between my battery in the other ones. So if we want to have a comparison of size, look at how small these are compared to the box goggles. Okay, I think that's a really good like side by side. Um, these things are much bigger, much more deep. Okay, but they're built nice. We know that from DJI, we're going to get we're going to get a good build quality, you know. So we have really nice. I think right away everybody's going to like the skirt on these. So anyway, so yeah, these goggles here are amazing. I'm going to probably these are going to be my regular flyers, but maybe not. You know, maybe they won't be my regular flyers. I don't know. So all right, so put those away. Um, I'm always looking for a way to transport stuff. So these are going to need probably a camera size bag. I would get a camera bag, but we do have the locking head strap, which is great. Um, so and there's the foam that comes with these. This is actually the foam I might use. So this is what you need to do. Okay, check this out. Okay, see this right here? Take this, put it on top of this, cut the foam out. There you go. You got a foam and then glue them together. I'm going to do that. I'm going to cut this out in the same shape and I'll have a lens protector that fits down in the goggles that's nice and foamy. Right. So that's a great idea right there. And then you can you got this little tab. So for an idea, you just get that in there, cut the foam out, and then attach this with some tacky, maybe some two-sided tape, nothing really big. Doesn't have to be like. So anyway, I would suggest something like that as a permanent solution. I don't know why they just don't do something that simple. It's called get the product out quick, quick, quick. So anyway, so that's my idea right there. The other thing that we're hoping for is an O3 connectivity to these N3s. Okay, that would be nice. We want this and this to work together. That would be very cool for a lot of people. I would say you would sell more goggles in the long run, but I think that eventually comes. But what DJI likes to do is they like to, oh, there we go. So we got these little eye tabs. I don't mind those. That's pretty good. Um, let's see, anything else that I noticed right away that sometimes you see this how this cable gets wrapped up like that and twisted. That's another one of those. There we go. Um, we got that little extra piece of cable there so you can expand the goggles. So that's pretty good there. All right, we're going to get these things on in just a second. So I just want to look at them because, like I said, this is the first time I've ever. So I've actually purchased two different cards for this. I've got the Samsung. Now this one, is only recording 1080p. So you can take. I always take my old 64 gig cards and stick them in my goggles, and then I take the 128s and I put those, in the air unit. This is the Evo Select. Highly recommend these. These are really good cards. 128 gig are really good. This is another one that a lot of people, these are the cheap Amazon ones. They're 11 bucks. 128 gig, $11 one. I bought the 256 for this one and I brought it to Europe and it's got all of my dad random European vacation stuff on it. So I really like, and this was done I used this with my 1 inch camera. So right. So anyway, I just want you to know that these little micro, I don't even have a link in the description, okay? But these are the cheap Amazon, but they're U3 class 3 but these tend to be a little bit faster. I think these are like 100 over 100 megabytes per second. This is 160. So these are newer tech. You pay a little bit more for newer tech, but Samsung's been really good. So you decide what you want to do, but this is an overkill card for goggles like this. I mean, you really only need a 32 gig card. And I don't know why they don't put internal storage on here. You know how easy it would be to just throw some internal storage on there, like 32 or 64 gig. This thing would be, you'd never need a card, just plug and play. But all right. So yeah, we do love this. I when they got rid of that stupid tap pad, I really freaking hated that thing. I really do like the 5-way switch. I like that. Feels good. Feels really good. Um, that's about it. I didn't notice that they came with the strap. Do you guys keep your strap on or not? Do you guys did you guys here use a strap on? Okay, but I haven't. So we'll see. But with my V1s and V2s, I actually put the strap back on just because it created a stopping point. And with the new N3, with the new goggles 3, they automatically do that with the little flip up. So I just thought that was something interesting. So let's go ahead and peel the freaking eye things off, the eye patches. So we're not a pirate. Now we're a pirate. Arr, okay. Um, and oh boy, now we've unleashed the lion. Now Kai was saying something about concaveness to the insides. We can see some airports. So we do have. I really do like that they added the fans to these. That's really nice. Flip up antennas. Doesn't look like. I don't think the antennas are removable. I don't. I didn't watch Mad's Tech really thoroughly, so I'll definitely be going back to that. I'm not going to try to yank those out of there. Looks like the battery connections are solid, so those aren't going to come apart. Then of course we have the adjustment. I really do. This is probably one of the nicest things that's happened to goggles. DJI's really done that really well. So let's see if we can fire these up and then see what we get for a default picture here. I haven't done any. Um, okay, you never know what the long press and short press is. All right, is that going to fire them up? There we go. One more patience there. I do have a cable just in case to see if we do get to the point where we can do the update. I can watch the update happening. We could do that, so I don't mind. There we go. We know we got sound. I do have a cable in here for the other one. And I always keep this cable handy. This is my USB-C to Lightning. I am, guys, I am very close to upgrading my phone, and this is the last Lightning cable I will ever freaking own. Okay, looks like an Appleseed anime. God. It says, okay, all right, let's get through here. Keep going. Let's see. His glasses scratch the end. His glasses scratch the entry lenses. You got to be careful. I I think that it's possible. It's so deep. So, well, let's. Oh, there we go. Oh, I can look in them. Let's go. Let's change the screen here real quick. All right, let's go to the main. All right. So just switching over to the main screen here. Let's just turn my camera. I actually do enough of this stuff that I should here. I'm actually going to try them with and without with my, now these are not my regular glasses that I've got on. These are my cheapies, the ones my Chinese cheapies with different colors, which I like. So let's go ahead and let's try first. And should we go that way? Ooh, it's starting to beep at me. Um, let's go like this. Okay. All right. That works. It's just too tight. Hey guys, these are great. Love it. I love it. Okay, where's my buttons? I gotta find. There we go. That's Chinese. I gotta pick English before I get myself in trouble here. There we go. Next. Oh, this is great, guys. I'm already telling you right now. There is a curvature to the screen, but I am not. I'm very happy. I can fly with these. There's absolutely no question I can fly with these. Not even a question. There is vignetting. I'm not vignette, a little bit of vignetting, but I'm okay. So right away, I've got my cheap Chinese glasses on. Okay. Um, backwards enter shortcut menu. So the big thing is I'm used to up here, but here. All right. So let's go back. There it is. There's my head tracking. I love these things, man. Like, you can turn them even the brightness even up further. I'm going to crank up the brightness. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. Back button. There it is. All right. Camera settings. Sweet. Okay. A little, like I said, a little bit of curvature. But guys, you are not going to. All right. Okay. Curvature. We love curvy. At least I do. So, oh, sweet. So, okay, guys, $229. These are worth every freaking dollar. $229. Guys, that is so freaking cheap. Let's see, back button, exit. Okay, it's just walking me through the menu. It says push 5D right, enter menu. There, yep, there's my menu with my status. Like I said, just the only thing, like, and even Kai was talking about that, unable to connect. Okay, so I got to connect to my phone. So I'm gonna do a while we're doing this, I'm gonna do a phone connect and we're gonna get this puppy rolling. Why not? So I'm not on the fence anymore. I can tell you right now. I'm gonna actually take my glasses off in a minute to tell you if so I am a I can see far, right? Uh I would be nearsighted, I guess, a little bit nearsighted. And so we go ahead and get that in there. Let's get the menu on. All right, let's get the Fly app going. Yeah, we're updating already. All right, authorize, activate. So we're activated. Guys, you know how excited I am with tech. You saw me with the flip. If you haven't watched my flip video, watch the flip video. Oh my God, that was so much fun. Oh, ring. There's motion at my door. I got the authorize. All right, so Um, it's updating at this point. So right out of the box, Kai is very accurate. There is a slight concaveness to the screen I don't know. I think what they did was that is going to allow for the view to be moved forward. But to me, that accuracy is it's not going to equate to not flying accuracy. And when you record, it's going to be recorded on a flat plane. So I don't care, really. I'm gonna have to like fly with both systems for enough. But guys, just do the math. $500, $200. You tell me what's going to be better for you. Okay. Um, so I'm of the anything to get people into the digital systems. Let's see, select aircraft model. Oh man, I don't know. Oh, I'll go that one. We just got to update. Let's go here. Let's see. It's asking me about aircraft, so I don't know what we're into at this point. I got to go here and get this connected to. Now, this is where I would say goggles here, glasses, and then here. You can't, guys, this is not going to connect, fail. Try to goggles, aircraft menu status, switch aircraft models. Oh, okay. So it's asking me to set these up for a specific aircraft. Uh, and I don't want to do that right now because I don't know what I'm going to fly with. I'm going to go here. I'm going to switch. Right now, it just has the Neo on it. So, aircraft remote controller disconnected. Let's go remote control for firmware, goggles firmware. So, I'm going to have to play around. Um, yeah. Right now, the only thing in my menu is the DJI Neo. So I'm gonna have to, I don't know why let's see, in Avada, let's see, Avada 2. Anyway, that's something I'm gonna have to work through. I'm not seeing O4 in it, and I think it's because it's not updated. That's my guess. Like I said, I don't, when you're this like new into something, but they're activated, so we're good there. So I'm guessing that yeah, let's see. Yeah, update firmware. There we go. There it is. Yeah, so let's connect it to a Neo and let it update the firmware, and then we'll go from there. But I think do I have a Neo in here? I got an Avata 2 in here. Let's connect them to the Avata 2. How about that? Neo is I think the Neo is in my car. I always carry the Neo around. So all right, so let's go to Avata 2 and update together. Motion controller. I don't want their motion controller. No motion controller. Skip. Update. I think it's now just let's see. Goggles one. Yeah, it's just updating the firmware. I don't want it to that motion controller. That thing can die a very slow, agonizing death for all I care. I am not so. Um, let's go back with let's do I have yeah no glasses. Let's look at the screen without glasses and see where we're at. Okay, I can't see you guys and I can't read the chat. So let's go in here and oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. It would be nice if I could do a little adjustment, but okay. So it's just slightly blurry. Okay, this all this is telling me is just put your freaking glasses on and it's going to be perfect. So here we go. Once again, from the bottom up, you can't do this and pull them down. That's probably how the guy scratched his glasses. So here, get the glasses in first and then move them in. Perfect. Everything looks awesome. I see that the screen absolutely perfect. And right now it's in the middle of a firmware update. So let's see. Yeah, I'm not getting them. I was just wondering. Thank you. I thought Scott, see, V1 goggles don't have them hooked up yet. Okay, the V1s are different than these. The V1s and the V2 goggles are are um, are definitely more flat. And then you got 4x3. I haven't messed around with the different ratios. This one, I could stick. Well, as soon as it gets done updating, I'm gonna go and mess around with the goggle ratios. We'll go 16:9 and then 4x3 just to see what difference that's going to be. So it just became a sponsor. Oh, gifted oh, possum just freaking up gave it. Guys, okay. If you need goggles, these are a good option. I mean, 229 bucks. Guys, you know I'm not a DJI fanboy, but there you go. You can see that. See if I can get this. You know I am a DJI fanboy. There you go. You can see stuff in there. You see the curve right there on the side? It's a slight curve. It definitely looks like you're looking into a very giant, round prism. So, no, round, uh, round thing, round prism. Yeah, okay. Anyway, using big words and trying to make it make sense. But so let's see. Do the goggles feel like they hang low? No, they don't. I know that's exactly what was saying is let's see, got it. Okay, confirm. I'm just letting it do its update here. But okay, firmware updated. Let's get that up there. Sorry. Okay, now it's asking me to connect aircraft, so it's hopefully it gives me more options. No, it doesn't seem that way, but I don't have the. Let's see if the strap comes with it. The jock strap that it has. Um, this is an empty box, is my guess, unless it has a strap in it. You got paper. Are they even sending the straps anymore? So a whole box with nothing in it except the paper. Let's see if it's in this side. See if there's a strap in there. No, just papers. Um, no, that's it. That's all that's in there. So no cables, nothing. I guess super budget. Let's look in the box just to make sure I didn't not get something out of there. This is the last time I'm going to be holding this box anyway. Get rid of that. I'll put it back there with the rest of my crap. Okay, let's look in here. I just want to see what things have been added. I guess I don't need the antennas though, but let's see. Connection failed. That's okay. Oh yeah, they're all there now. So everything's there. Air unit Pro, it's all there. O4 Air Unit, O4 Air Unit Pro, DJI Neo. So all the aircraft are in there right now. Um, let's fire up the O4. Let's fire this puppy up. So we've got our. Remember when we made these batteries and that was such a freaking absolute disaster for me? But let's go ahead and fire up the air unit and let's see if I can. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can do it because my. Uh, I got to push the bind button. It is on the front, but and I only got so much time because of there we go binding. Let's see if we can bind. I'm just holding down the power button. There we go. Pretty easy. Here we go. There, yes, we are hooked up. All right. All right. All right. Yes, we've got it. Oh, let's see. Switch. Oh, we got to switch. Let's go ahead and switch to O4. I probably should have done that first. Switch successfully. Um, let's go there. O4 Pro. Okay. Okay, now I got to bind it. All right. I only get so much time. Guys, we only have so much time to bind because I'm going to run into heat issues. All right, it's already binding mode. Let's put this in binding mode. There we go. Find it, find it, find it. Yes, it's green. We are green. Yes, we are freaking green. Oh, yeah. Oh my God, that looks glorious, guys. Oh, there it is, baby. We are O4 bound. There's all my flight information. It's all out in front of me. Sweet. We can fly now. Guys, you saw it happen. It's that easy. All right. Let me unplug my freaking quad. So I am ready to fly O4 with the N3s. And I do have two batteries that are, and it's really crappy weather today, but it's not sunny, so it won't be good video, but it'll be really good like flight experience. All right. Okay, we got that done. Let's recap here. So there are no let's make sure there's no third strap. Okay, so I don't know of any straps on there. And I'm gonna go ahead and unplug this from my phone. And I 3D printed I 3D printed a little gadget over here that holds all of my USB-C cables. So now I've got two charging stations that I created. So it's got one of those little things to now I can put the goggles over here. Okay, and then I will throw away and we'll get those charged up and let's turn them off. We turn them off because we don't need it on right now. We know everything works and everything is good. There we go. Hey guys, it doesn't get much easier than that. But no, I don't feel like the goggles are hanging off me. But when you put your head down, the it's kind of like that's our normal position. You know, most people when they're flying, they're not like head up. We're kind of in a more of a concentration position. So then the antennas are perfect. So I don't see that weight, you know, and then making a difference. Then you got the battery weight behind it. So let's look in the box and see. Oh, I hurt my back the other day, so that did not feel good. Okay, nothing I see in here. I do not see anything else. There's no straps, no cables, nothing. So you are getting a budget build here. This is a complete budget. You got an empty box with a plastic. It's it. There's nothing in here. You get some documents. Nope, no. So that you don't even get that strap. I think what DJI said was, you know, if you really need that one, go get yourself some Velcro and make your own. That's kind of their position on it. Or go dig up the one that you threw away with your your V3s and your V2s. You know. So let's see. There's no input on the N3 goggles. Um, no, this like these are budget. I mean, there is no there is a USB-C there is a USB-C, but no let me show you here in a second. Let's throw this back in the box here. Right, so when I sell it, I I don't know, guys. I never know when I'm gonna sell stuff. So far these are great. So do I think I'm gonna carry them forever? I don't know. Maybe I'll sell the expensive ones, make some money on them, and just and just fly with these. But I really don't see that happening because you know, there's a lot of advantages to not having glasses on when you're flying. There's, you know, the issue of just to me when I vlog, I'm always having to take my glasses off because I vlog and I do my review, and then I have to take my glasses off, and then I got to look for them. I have to put on my goggles. I'll fly. Then I have to go feeling around for my glasses again. So that's the advantage I'm seeing from this standpoint. But um, so as far as like inputs, um, really, really, that's all you have right there. That's, you know, you've got an SD card, and then you've got the USB-C universal serial bus. So that's, you know, and nothing else. I don't see, and it's just a really good build quality. Let me put it back on the bench. Um, if you're flying, if you are a fanboy like me, if you are a DJI enthusiast, I'll just call myself a DJI enthusiast, and you got DJI gear, it's just easy. It's an easy thing for me. for people that don't have a single, you know, DJI, if you're not just a single DJI person, I just made my life way easier. um, I no, the only thing I've added was when Kai talked me into, flying with the different control system. So, you know, it- I'd say the radio is the most personal part of flying. I think the video part, um, DJI just does better than everybody. So you can keep your controller. That's because that's really the easy part. And then you just buy one of these really inexpensive, you know. Now this is actually going to be, I'm actually thinking about putting this into a big quad. The problem with Kai and I talking about, and he talked about last, is the fact that we were actually talking last night, is the cable for the camera is so short that this is only suitable for something this size. But now I can fly anything but an O3 system at this point. And we know that DJI in the past was able to, I know they're able to do it. I think they're just waiting. They want O4 systems to be bought. Buy O4, buy O4, buy as many O4s as possible, and then we will take the O3 folks. Now this is actually flying an O3 gear, but it's an O4 camera. Um, and by the way, if any of you guys are not into FPV and you want to get into it, find this unit, get these goggles, and you are now a freaking rock star. You still have to find, you still have to get your controller. And those are so yeah, extend the cable. This is just the cable here is tiny, but it's almost more advantageous to buy this. I mean, it's twice as much, but you have everything. You have a super long cable. You got dual antennas that Kai's already said that you can already adapt to the single antenna. It will actually work that way, I guess. I've never tried it. Um, but SD card slot, everything's out there in the open. This is the way most people are going to. I like the fact that this is just sandwiched in here. There's no screws holding this together. This thing is sandwiched in this unit. Um, the only thing that's got screws is the camera. And I printed this and it works great. It's just a PLA print that is out there already on for free, so you don't have to. So great little bird. I'm going to fly this today with the new goggles. Okay, as far as clarity is concerned, I don't see anything that to me it's 1080p. 1080p is amazing. Um, but there you go. There's your inputs. Nothing else really to look. There's nothing else there. But it's really good quality DJI material. Um, and if you look at your flying position, that is probably the position most people are flying. It's a slightly down. Um, so I don't see these hanging off my face. I don't feel the weight um, is really there. So once again, I'm going to try to we just put these on and then just get once again just kind of give you my. Now these are pretty big glasses, pretty big glasses. So if I go like this and then cut my glasses in, okay, and just put them on, and I've already adjusted it. I I I think the best explanation is that your counterbalance of the battery actually helps. As far as light leak is concerned, I don't, I'm not a light leak guy. There's like I said, the image is out in front of you. Um, and for people that fly a lot, they like the image in front of them and they like the high image. They like that 4x3. I don't. I fly in the same uh at you know I fly in the same screen resolution or the screen direction that I see it, and it helps me frame stuff when when I'm framing an image or I'm flying and I'm like, oh, I want to capture this area. I'm not sport flying. There's a difference between cinematic. There you go. That's the best way to say it. There's a difference between people that fly cinematically like me and people that fly for sport and need to have This one would be better for sport for sure. Cinematic, I'm going to get a lot more color. I'm going to get a lot more. I'm going to get more immersed with my other goggles because there is no side. You know, you don't see a black. You know, you don't see the outside of the area. You're not looking down a tunnel. You know, so let's see here. Let's go through. I know you guys are. I knew. I just very happy. Let's go, let's just get down to it. What are we? 51 minutes. I told you. Oh, 30-minute max. Yeah, whatever. We've gotten pretty much to the end of what we wanted to do today. But let's see, powering up your VTX. Oh, so he's looking for VTX like power and signal. Can you adjust signal range? I think you can. I think you can put them on. What Possum was saying, and what's going to happen is you guys that also buy these, you're going to find more and more things that you like about them. What Possum says is that if you want to fly with someone else, you can, I think, link these via USB. um, I don't know if they're wirelessly linked. I don't think they can wirelessly link alike. I guess you could. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate because I don't know. Until I know, until people start sharing how we could. So one of the things that I think what Ken Heron did for the hobby at FPV is he would just go find random people and talk to them. Hey, do you wanna check, you wanna fly? You ever fly FPV? Would you like to do that? So now you got this cheap pair of goggles that somebody can wear, and you say, hey, just sit right there, sit tight, and then you fly with them. And it's kind of a cool, it's a cool way to get somebody into understanding what it's like to pilot. So so you guys are talking about long range, and you get into when you get into long range, uh, this little bird right here has way more range than anybody ever needs. The problem is the battery will not get you back. So so range on this one not so important. Range on this one it's very important, and I can get way out there very fast with this. That little one is fast too, but this one has got way more weight, a bigger, much bigger battery. Will give me I can take that camera off now with the O4 system. I can take this massive freaking paperweight off of this thing right here, add more battery to it, put an O4 camera on, and now I've got a cinematic bird that will do everything without even without gyro flow. But I'm not taking O3 off this one. It makes no sense. I'm going to wait for the 3.5-inch O4 systems or the O4 mounting system to come out because of vibration dampening is one of the biggest issues with DJI because of the gyroscopes. So you have to dampen the vibrations so you can get a smooth image. That's probably the biggest problem with the cameras and why people like to carry a GoPro or a you know or by the way, Action 4s, they are now below $220. I saw them as for as low as 200 in $19 or two, you know, so these things are about 200 bucks now. And I'm telling you, for 99% of every one of us in this freaking chat right now, you could get away with this camera. You could commercially shoot with this camera, and would have no problem disguising your image quality. I wouldn't have to disguise it. A lot of people actually prefer the view of the darker tones of this camera. So uh anyway, good chat today. This is good. A great experience. I am once again very happy. Yes, be careful. You could scratch them, but I don't, as long as you're putting them on the way I say that I suggest. Oh, here, I got my other glasses. Here we go. I just remembered. There we go. Let's try these. These are my expensive glasses. These are my freaking, you know, smaller ones. So much smaller. Let's switch them over here. Um, wow. Yeah, this. Okay. These are my prescription ones. These are not going to be good for flying. I'm just telling you right now. You need to have readers. These are full on readers. These are not. These are I would probably will not fly with these. I can already tell you. I forgot about that. That these are true on. They're taking my. They're giving me my distance, and then I would have to fly like this. So let's see. Let's just put them on for shits and giggles here. All right, fire them up. See what these glasses look like. I gotta clean these too. Oh my God, these are dirty. I gotta clean my glasses case. If you were not here, remember, take this and cut this template out of your foam, and then you have a foam cover that will protect your lenses. So, or so that's a suggestion. So here we go. Well, that's not bad. I can do that. I can fly with these. It's definitely not the same. I'd rather have the full on. Yeah, these are fine. A little more blur. Um, yeah, I could fly with these. There's no question I couldn't. Transmission. There's a racing mode, broadcasting. Yes, it does have that focus mode. Transmission power. I don't. Yeah, that's not connected to a quad. Channel mode. Yeah. Let's go to audience mode here. Yeah, so this could find it could this I think this could and go back to pilot. Let's see. Settings, control, let's see, S bus. So this was already set for S bus. Let's see, just like let's go to camera. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at the okay, 4x3. It's not letting me adjust that. Let's go to advanced camera settings. Record both, yes. Auto record on takeoff. Let me turn that on. Oh boy, that's nice to have. Camera view recording. Yeah, and you can change the sharpness and the color and all that stuff. Um, go back. I really like the back button. You format. Let's go to display. Bright. Oh, my display brightness. I'm going to crank that all the way up. It's on 4. So, oh wow, that's way better. So now it's on 6. So I can, and then the goggle defog is in here. Upscaling, air unit update, display scaling. Okay, okay. Now, can you go above 100? No. All right. Um, so most of that stuff, yeah, I would leave the scale on right there because there is a little bit of vignetting, but my eyes are already getting, let's go up to the, let's go to left. Let's go there. Let's go there. Yeah, there we go. So there's my record button, which I don't need. And then my goggles defog. Let's put those on. That's not too loud. So same as the other ones. If you fly in a hot climate, that is like for sure. So, all right. We are in it to win it. So very happy. Once again, protect your lenses. It sounds like there's already the warning is out. You can scratch those. I'm sure they're just plastic. Um, One of the things that I definitely thinking about when I first saw those was the weight to the front. Don't feel that. The other thing was the way the viewports are. Wow, I'd actually rather fly with my regular than my cheap cheaters because they'll be better because then I'll get the full magnification adjustment for every ounce of what I see, and these fit no problem in there. I have no problem. Kai was saying that that there is. I don't feel him touching, so maybe the glasses he has are a little bit better. Or it fits his face a little differently. Um, so yeah, so drone worship. Get your butt in some freaking DJI goggles. He hates DJI. He's an absolute DJI hater. he believes that I don't know. I didn't watch the whole video, Dan, about you're saying DJI is destroying the hobby. Um, I can't tell you that I in some ways they're okay. I would agree with this that DJI has a an image that is so big that it's affected the hobby. Yes. And because they have caught the eye of the federal government, yes, I would agree with that. But as far as what they do technologically, the hobby has only gotten better. So anafog, not for me. It's very slight. You don't get like it's not like sucking the it's not sucking the moisture from your eyes. I sing like the anti-fog, like the stuff that you can put in. Yeah, like what you do for scuba divers. So, right. Oh, my lights are going off. Right. Alexa, fill light on. Yeah, she turned them off for me. She's worried about my power consumption. Mastering analog makes you a master of FP. Just mastering flying. If flying frequently is going to help you, even then you won't master FPV. If you say master includes building, repairing, yes, I would agree. I would agree with that. And no, it's not. And to be quite honest, FPV is not for everybody. If you have motion issues at all, you're one of those people that can't that gets bugged by like motion. Don't do it. Or maybe it'll help you get over that. So no, dad, analog sucks. I don't fly analog and I'm not going to because I don't have to now. You don't, guys, nobody has to fly analog right now. You got a $200 set of goggles, you got a $100 VTX, done. Analog is dead. You'll find yourself an analog quad, tear the VTX out of it, make sure it's got a compatible chip, solder on your DJI freaking wires, and you're out of freaking digital, or excuse me, you're out of analog forever. You will never go back ever. Once you look through digital goggles, you will just go, I can't. I now see the light. I now can clearly see my flights, and I can fly for miles. So I think starting at analog, I think analog's like anything else. It's like CB radio and then ham radio. There's always going to be people interested in ham radio because of what it can do. Um, some of the different things that because you can get some very powerful uh analog equipment. I mean, that's how television started. It was analog. It wasn't digital, right? But with the quality issue, I don't think so. Is removed all options. I know you still can get the quad of your choice. You can still buy a Darwin FPV. You can buy anything you want. You don't. This is Beta FP. I love these guys. These guys build the freaking foundation. All I do is plug my VTX into it and I fly it with ELRS. Okay, it's. I don't believe that. I think the digital system onto this makes it 100 times better. And now that you have, okay, Dan, you see this camera and this digital system that's in here? It's being replaced by this. That's what's happened just recently. This is $100, half-inch image sensor. It's got internal storage. Okay. You don't have to put an SD card in it. You just plug into it. This was $229 when it came new. And they just made it better by putting the greatest freaking camera in there that you have ever seen video of. I haven't done it justice yet because I put it side by side. Wait till I just go out and do a cruising flight with that camera. Actually, with this camera, maybe side by side with an O4. And I tell you, it's freaking glorious. The video that's coming out of that. So yeah, I understand that we're trying to hold on to the past, but I embrace the future. I don't hold on to the past. I go right to the future. The future is bright. The the we can see way better into the future. It's much clearer than looking at, okay, it's like saying I don't want to watch a UHD TV. I would rather go watch a black and white TV because it's so much better. Bullshit. Don't be bullshitting anybody. Okay? It's not okay to go backwards and get a 400-pound TV and hang it up on your wall and say it's better than a freaking OLED TV that's 4K. It's bullshit. That's bullshit. This talk there. Okay, we love you, but that's bullshit. Bullshit talk. Not gonna talk me into that. You're not gonna. I'm not going down that road. Not going there. Cost is coming down, guys. You remember what the first freaking digital TVs costed? You remember when the what the first digital TVs were? They were freaking astronomically expensive. What do they cost today? And there's multiple creators of those TVs. At first, it was just a couple companies. Because technology moves forward, there are other people working on good camera systems and video systems, and it's going to come to pass that a Japanese company or a Korean company, not a Chinese company, maybe a French company, if we get freaking Parrot to get its ass in gear, maybe a stupid American company who's making GoPros can stick a freaking GoPro sensor on something. But anyway. ELRS is open source. Kai already got me. You get radio of your choice. It's easy to install. I mean, just it's just like anything in the hobby. If you get with people that have experience, that's the fun part about it. You get together and you're like, hey, will you help me wire up an ELRS receiver onto a quad? And they're like, oh, I'll show you right now. Hey, you see these pads right here? Just learn to solder, practice, and then solder these three pads on here, or these four wires, and now you have your control system set up. Okay, and we'll go into beta flight or wherever later, and that's the whole fun of the hobby, is that interaction. Same thing. That's how analog basically pushed forward, but digital is the future. It's kind of like when Ken Heron fought with me one time. It was back when I was nobody. I'm still pretty much nobody. um, but when we had a battle on texting, they told me that the mechanical gimbal was going to be the future. It's always going to be mechanical. Digital will never catch up. We'll never get a clue. In a way, it's taken more time, but it's starting to happen. We're starting to see more two-axis gimbals and fewer three-axis gimbals, even though the third axis does help movement um, tracking. So especially when you're moving side to side. But that is slowly changing. We are going to have the way digital does it is it has to crop things down, right? Well, what happens if the image gets so big that you don't have to crop things? Meaning that when you do crop them, they're still really good. That's what's happening. Is we're getting better computers, we're getting better AI. Maybe AI is going to do it. Maybe it's going to be completely done by a computer, you know? So, all right. I told you we were 30 minutes. We're now an hour and 9 minutes. I am done for today. Um, 3 to 6 minutes. Yeah, that's a nice flight for me. Three is a little short. If I can get, 4 to 6, I'd like 4 minutes is definitely in my scope of, um, my scope of attention span. 4 minutes. Oh, so do DJI cameras will only work with one VTX. Walksnail offers more choices. Yes. Walksnail, it's just Ty and I will talk about it again, but when we deal with Walksnail and Cadex, they are so slow. Their release times are just so slow, and that could be good because if you go to that system, you're going to have more time to understand what you already have. With DJI, it's like it goes by. You're just like, what, O2? Wait a second. It's O4 now? You know? We went from O2 to O4 like instantly. And for me, it works good because that's how long my attention span works. Okay. But my attention span is DJI. To others, their attention span is analog. To others, their attention span is much longer and slower and more methodical. I am so. And with ELRS, you can now do with right. You got the band change. Then is it the 900 megahertz range now? So you can really get the hell out there. Yeah, I agree. The ELRS is free. It offers you freedom, and that's what a lot of people like. They like the fact that I have freedom of my radio. I don't have to use the freaking DJI radio, which I totally understand. There's a huge difference between flying with a DJI radio not properly set up and a radio of any other version, Crossfire, whatever protocol you're using, ELRS, and having your own personalized stick, setup, and it's just different. It's just better, and it's gives more people more options. So from the quad up to the VTX, the sky's the limit. Everybody can go anywhere. From the VTX up, you've got digital, and you got very few choices. And DJI said the world's going to be digital, and Caddx said no, not for a while yet. And then other companies have been slowly trying to catch up, but it's too late. I think Caddx is the only company that can do it right now, and even then, it's so. Attention span's like a rodeo cowboy. Yes, that is true. So, all right, let me turn. Ooh, my goggles are still. Are they on still? Hold on here. Let's see if that I left them on. No, they're off. So yeah, so if you get your goggles, I suggest you do this. Cut that out. I'm gonna do that today, and then I'm gonna have a permanent, nice shaded um, lens protector. So don't throw that crap away, guys. So when you are when you're when you're setting things up, get these things right there, cut that out, glue those on to this. This does have a backing. Okay, you see that does have a backing. Some of you guys will say, that's fine. I'll keep it from scratching. It's probably a really thin layer, a very thin layer of that. But I like the thickness will hold it inside of the goggles. So um, it'll stay in there. It'll still stay in there. But I suggest use that foam. I like it because it gives me some padding between the cardboard and the battery, the way I got the battery in there. So, um, anyway, let's move on. Let's get this show wrapped up. But yeah, I had to do it. There was enough things that I knew that I was going to experience today that I thought that opening the goggles with you guys would help. And we all have the same questions. How are they going to fit? Are they going to be better? Is this a budget option? I want to get into digital, and that's really what we're trying to figure out here is. And I'm going to fly it. Maybe I'll fly this today with the new goggles. I don't know. Um, I have the option to do either one. Maybe I'll do both. I'll get some flight time with this, and then with the O4. It just depends on the weather. Right now it's really balmy and the video is going to suck. And I know that, but when I'm talking about goggles and flying with goggles and then maneuvering with them, that will be helpful to know, how those experiences are. Definitely I'm going to go with the and then we have to hope this is the problem where Dan gets right is that we have to hope that freedom will ring and that the O3 systems that we have will be compatible with those cheap goggles that I just bought. And that will make everything make sense. And right now it's not happening, but we still have to have the O3 goggle systems. They want to keep selling those. And that's when they will open up the floodgates for the N3s. And then more than likely, guys, we are on the cusp. Rodeo cowboy, think of that. We are on the cusp of O4 goggles probably coming. Oh my God, guys. Oh, it never ends. But please provide a entry level if you're going to go O4. Let it ring 2 years from now. 2 years. Every 2 years, we need a budget option. Along with every 2 years, we need a expensive option. So for the nut jobs, that want the best quality, you guys will have new goggles every 2 years. And then to follow up, there will be some of us that would like to explore the lower cost version. So reaction times and yeah, there the latency issue is it's what's holding people on. I'm going to hold on to latency because for really good pilots it does matter. I mean they will tell you I can feel the latency. I can it's my I am not getting what I want out of this. I know I've heard that from people that fly way more than me, and they'll say if I'm flying inside and I'm in a race course, digital is not quite there. It's very close though. The latency thing is, guys, it's a matter of just one generation and it's over. So Dan, Dan is the ultimate curmudgeon of digital. He hates DJI. Understandably. Yeah. I am a freaking DJI. This is what we do. This is the interaction. If everybody just agreed with me and agreed with people that like digital, then it wouldn't be fun. This is part of that excite that that and it's not animosity, it's competition, my system's better than yours, and well, guys, I'm a photography nut and I run a YouTube channel. Okay. YouTube is visual. Okay. I am not a race pilot and everything I do is visual. So I'm going to obviously gravitate towards the best visuals. Somebody else that is got way more flying time, somebody that spends a lot of time bando flying where latency is everything because a millisecond could mean the difference between you crashing into a wall and not, or into a wire, or missing a freaking dive. There's a totally different dynamic there. But it's changing. These guys are, you know, Ford versus Chevy. No, it's more like Model T Ford versus Maserati. Model T versus Maserati. Maybe not quite Model T. Let's go with this way. I'm gonna actually give more. It's gonna be Muscle Car 1970 versus um uh F1. That's closer. Both of them have speed. You know. Um, Even though F1 would be more for the millisecond kind of people. But when I'm talking about a technological jump, you know, carburetor versus fuel injection, kind of that thing. Tractor versus spaceship. Let's just keep going. Keep 'em rolling, guys. Keep 'em rolling. You can keep the Maserati. Oh my God, here comes the F1 stuff. Oh, the difference between Red Bull versus Ferrari. Uh, Thumbers of the world unite. Exactly. Yes, I am opposable thumbs. I am a thumber. But by the way, okay, people that are thumbers are also gamers. I freaking game. Fucking use my French there. I game a lot. And I can game the jizz out of the freaking controllers that I use. Um, and I don't know how somebody could pinch and play Call of Duty. I do not see. I'm like, I would kill that guy like 1,000 times. I could see that guy. He's sitting in the corner with his fingers going, launching grenades, and I'm jumping out of freaking corners and tossing grenades sideways. Oh, you still use your TV from the 80s. Oh, man. Guys, we have gone so long, so far, but all right, we got to get out of here. So this is a good conversation. It actually turned out way better and longer than I thought. Well, that's what she says. Okay, anyway. I don't game. I don't game. That's okay. I've still got that kid in me. I still game a little bit. Digital cannot keep up with the analog signal. It is analog will take us to Mars. I would like to get Elon Musk into this conversation and have him sit in there and then have him just blow up all of this crap that we're just freaking throw nukes at everything we're saying. Oh, it's like we got an analog system. He might say that we have analog in our, and this is he might even validate it. Suggest we go analog to digital. We use them both, and so I do have another e-bike coming. So we got e-bike videos, guys. The balance is coming. Let me tell you something. Drone worship. I got the e-bike thing. It's working. It's working its way in. It used to be one e-bike. Now it's two e-bikes. And now it's four e-bikes. They're coming. People like them. People want to see e-bikes. And then I can freaking chase myself with the freaking with the flip and chase myself. Yes, is sitting on my freaking N3s. Those mother. They are. You know what? Hey, Dan, what I need to do is buy Chinese motor scooters. What do you think about that one? Buy a Chinese motor scooter, one of them. Then we can get back into doing some. Maybe I'll give you. You can give me some freaking advice. That would be interesting. I'm just throwing an idea out there. I buy my first Chinese motor scooter, and then you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm getting at? I'm always freaking looking for another angle. I love riding bikes. Motor scooter would be just that little extra piece. I'd have to go get what, a motor scooter license or something. Do they have those? Do you have to get a, yeah, or can you ride a scooter with a regular license, or do you have to have a motorcycle thing? Sure. Jim has a scooter. You got, um, so anyway, drop some of those ideas. Maybe email me what you think would be a good starter scooter from what company. I don't know if it's Chinese or what, but I'm just telling you, they'll ship it here for nothing. Limiting yourself, man. I'm not limited. I'm not limited in nothing. So I like to the thing about YouTube is it's fun. And if I'm not having fun, remember I started just doing some live stuff. I, got my first microphone and now I'm messing around with some, lighting. I got a 3D printer. That's fun. Um, Everything is working together. I can't believe I made this. I really can't believe it. I know that's blurry, but I started making this stuff and the technology is doing it for us. And, these are things that are going to make my other part of my hobby better, and it'll keep me from having to do stupid crap like this, like using freaking ties. I'm fixing this, by the way. I got the screws now. I can fix this. This is garbage. That's a garbage install. It's terrible. That's embarrassing, actually. They actually make an adapter that fits, so you don't have to do this stupid. But it does fly. It flies that way. Just plug and play. Change the wire out on BTX. Now I can use my $229 goggles, and we're up flying. So drone videos, yeah, you can only do so many freaking flights. I think it's good for the the promotion of a product. I've got a drone sitting over here that's going to be absolute questionably good. I'm just going to leave it right there, and I am going to have to tell the truth about what I feel about it, which I will. I cannot lie. That is my one of my problems with when people give me a toy quadcopter is what I do is I give myself an out right away and I say that this is for, and I will tell people what it's for. And because, and you will see. immediately in the way I'm flying and the way I'm interacting with it that it's not fun. So it when you've had a lot of fun with flying and you get to something that's not fun, it is very difficult to say that it's fun. So that's why you have to say why it's fun or who would it be fun for. This would be fun for anybody but me at this point in time. So, okay, we're out of here. We are going to hit the outro here, but thank you so much. All your interaction. We had some really good interaction. We got a little battle over digital versus analog. I thought that was a good one. We now have a really good set of goggles by DJI. Nobody is going to hate on those. I think they're going to be very successful, just like the Flip and Flip is successful. Um, very, very happy with the Flip. Great flight, wonderful video. You know, it's going to do a good job. Now, it's not an N3. You know, it's not a N3. It's not a Mini 3 or 4. It's definitely not a Mini 3 Pro. Mini 3, it's a lot like the Mini 3 Pro actually. Um, but there's differences, you know, prop guards, no prop guards. There's a trade-off always. So, all right. Thank you for coming in, guys. Your goggles will be on the way. RDQ got them here safely. They're here, and RDQ did provide me with my O4 units. Thank you, RDQ, for getting them here safely. They all work, and the goggles work, and I'm happy with the goggles. And let's go fly. It's time. It's time to fly. It is 12:25. I got to take my dog for coffee. Me and Steve are going to go get coffee, and then we're going to go fly the N3 goggles today. Yes. I don't have to look for my other drone anymore. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll use my N3 goggles and my quad to find the. Maybe we'll look for it with the Neo. Later. Bye. Have a good one.